Project 95. I'm not sure if this is a a side quest or a. I mean, they're playing a show, right? Hershey Park 12/1/95. I wasn't there. If you look at the initial post, I still have the ticket stubs. They're not stubs; they're tickets from the 3 nights that I missed, not on purpose. The first casualties of the fall 95 tour. I'm not counting the Atlanta, Florida run cuz I did that on purpose. Like I figured I wouldn't be able to pull it off, so I sold the tickets ahead of time and I planned for it. It ended up being, you know, an on the fly part of the plan. I planned on going to these 3 shows tonight in Hershey, um, the second in New Haven, the third was off, and the fourth and fifth were in UMass. Um, so this is I guess the moral of the story is, um, the double-edged sword of being touring in your home on your home field, basically. So my tour reality for the past, for the first month and a half was I answered to no one, right? And it was, again, double edged. Like, I didn't have any of my best friends in the world with me, but I also didn't have any sort of ties to my non-tour life, sort of pulling me back and wanting a piece of me. As soon as I got home to my parents' house, that changed. I was off for an extended period of time, not enough time to get a job, but I had always worked for my dad. And my dad was in the swimming pool industry. And in the winter, sometimes he would install pool tables. So my dad had uh, had no sympathy for my tour schedule. He was scheduling work on some of these days, and at the time, I'm like, how do you tell your dad when he needs you, right? Like, it's either that or he does it himself. I mean, the guilt was just the the guilt was almost insurmountable. And you'll see as I get into this Northeast tour, um, there will be several conflicts between what my dad wants and what I want and would inevitably do. But I started to realize that once these shows started up again for me on the first. So I didn't get to Hershey, and it wasn't because of my dad, it's because the car wasn't ready, right? The sled was still in the shop getting work done on it. So I was sort of at the mercy of this, of the mechanic, and he was a family mechanic, and he was, get paid under the table, and he kind of cuts corners. It was, I bought several cars from him for like $300 a piece. Like, my first 4 cars cost like $1,000 total. One of those guys. So something I've been thinking about was the sort of the freedom of the 90s, the freedom from FOMO, right? Like, if I missed a show like that today, if I was supposed to go to a show in Hershey today, and it was all of a sudden I couldn't go because my car didn't work, I would be so pissed because I would know exactly what I was missing in real time, right? my friends who were there would be texting me, and I'd be on Fishnet checking the set lists as they come. Fish from the Road on Twitter. I'd be on Instagram. People would post, like, it would just be, you'd be inundated with everything you were supposed to be seeing, but you weren't seeing for some stupid reason, whatever it was. And I don't remember ever feeling that. I missed these 3 shows in a row and was like, I didn't even think twice about it. In fact, the UMass show on the 4th, I probably could have made it to. And this is also part of the luxury of being on tour. I had seen so many shows. It was like, what's this one? They weren't yet at a premium. There were still more. There was still, I got a ton left. So there wasn't that sense of urgency either. And I was back with my friends. Like I told you, I was at Lemoyne a ton. If I wasn't home, I was at Lemoyne or I was at a show, basically, and all over the Northeast. But it's just dawning on me the rigors, if you can call them rigors, the rigors of sort of blending your tour life with your real life, and how those things sort of butted heads, and you'll see it more as the tour goes on. And also the FOMO thing. Like, now they would release, I'm listening to it right now, it's just this filthy Mike song. They would release this on Live Fish from Hershey. So I'm feeling this sort of residual FOMO to some extent, but 30 years later, I can stomach it. It's not going to kill me. So I just wanted to jump in and give a little update because we're about to ramp up again. I missed, if nothing else, you can see how much tickets cost in 1995. I also have in the initial post is my mail order receipt, which is kind of cool to see that laid out. But I'll be back. I'm excited because the Northeast is just so much more manageable from a tour perspective. And I'm going to shows with all my friends, right? Finally. In fact, most of these shows, at least somebody went with me. And yeah, just navigating the Northeast is just so much easier on the body and mind than, those 16-hour drives, from Montana to Arizona and stuff like that. Plus having like a home base like Syracuse is pretty central to, to Boston, to New York, to Binghamton, to Philly, to Buffalo. So Lemoyne being in Syracuse really worked to my advantage on this tour, at the end of this tour. So I missed some shows, but the tour provides, and I would make up for it. I don't know what that means. I'll see you on the 4th in UMass, and I got good stories for that one too. Pete Dever joins the tour on the 4th. So Got to be excited about that.